Chelsea need to do some sorting out in the summer. A number of ageing players who we assume will be moving on to pastures new, and elsewhere they'll be looking to bring some players in to keep Frank Lampard happy and obviously to keep Chelsea moving in the right direction. Janusz, we've got a lovely titled section here, Keep or Dump, which I'm sure we could have done more eloquently, but effectively tell me out of all of these guys, we've got more players here as well.
Oh my goodness.
Who's going to be staying at Stamford Bridge and who's going?
Well, look, Oliver Giroud, of course, he's going to want to play a little bit more, right? I mean, I think he's just got himself back into the team just a little bit, at least to play and get himself, again, playing in the European Championship for friends. But I think he wanted to leave in January. He was a little bit unsettled at his age. I still think there's a place for him. I just don't know if he was going to want to play a second fiddle to Tammy Abraham or whoever else they may get in that position, because they certainly need somebody to help him out. So for me, he's a dump.
He's a dump. 33 years of age. Kepa, who they've invested massively in, they've still got 5 years left on his deal as well. What are they going to do about £80 million?
Well, that's what I mean. How do you dump that salary? Who's going to take that? And again, you know, there's always possibilities. Maybe if you can exchange the players. We've talked about Jan Oblak, who for me is one of the best players. Maybe that's one player where you somehow see a reason, or at least Atleti would see a reason to get him back, even if Chelsea will have to eat some of that transfer fee and get Oblak with that experience to help some of the younger players. But I think it's going to be difficult to get rid of him. So hopefully, you know, maybe, just maybe, Frank Lampard is just challenging his young goalkeeper because he thinks he needs to do better. At the end of the day, my gut feeling tells me that you're going to keep him.
I should say it was €80 million, but we're splitting hairs there. He needs to sort him out.
A few bucks here and there.
Willian at the end of his deal as well.
I think he's been a very good servant over the years. We all know his contract is running out. I think they're negotiating. I think there's talk about wanting to keep him. You look at Ziyech that's going to come in there. You look at Hudson-Odoi. You look at, for example, Christian Pulisic. I think we're going to see another one or two wide players because I think that part of the game for Chelsea has been developing nicely. So when you look at Willian and even Pedro, well, I don't even know if he's on that list. Right. Both go. So for me, I think they need to say goodbye to Willian.
Okay. He's been a very good servant, of course. N'Golo Conte.
Let's not even talk about it. I mean, what is there to talk about? N'Golo Conte stays here. He's a wonderful player. He's a wonderful human being. He works extremely hard. You can play him in different positions if you choose to. And I think he's past, present, and the future for Chelsea.
Okay, ringing it.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, you got him.
Where is he now?
No, you're keeping
him. Oh,
him.
he's here.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay.
A wonderful human being is staying put. Marcos Alonso, still only 29.
Yes, but again, the wide game is important. I think if Chelsea play with three in the back, you can see why you would keep Marcos Alonso. Scored a goal recently in the last game in the Premier League, a wonderful one. He's capable of that, but does he have a range of play to truly play the way you need to? No. Four in the back, surplus to requirements, I think. So you know where to put him.
All right. Jorginho.
Yeah, I still think you keep him. I still think he's important because I think he's a smart, intelligent player. That midfield is robust, right? If you look at Kovacic, if you look at the players and N'Golo Kante, I think there's enough strength and power where you need somebody that's intelligent, can play a through ball, understands the game, and is able to combine the back and front. So I still keep him.
Okay, Antonio Rudiger.
Oh, absolutely, no questions about that. Their best center back, so he's still staying here. I don't even think I have to make a case for him. For Mateo Kovacic, it seems like we always have to make a case for, even though I continuously think that he's often the best player in that midfield, in the center of the pitch for Kovacic. His passing is good. He's got a good range in terms of his striking the ball, can score from distance, and I think sees the game, sees a pass. I think Mateo Kovacic, particularly this season, has shown Frank Lampard how good he is and how much better he can get. So Mateo Kovacic stays.
Okay, I'm very interested basically on what you've just said there about Ross Barkley.
Well, for those reasons, I'll probably take him out. I think he's a serviceable player. I think he's the sort of player that I think probably wants more, but I don't know if he's going to get more given what they have already at Chelsea. And I still think that there's going to be a player maybe bought from outside as well. So I think he's a good player. If he continues to want to play the way he's playing right now, although I think Frank may like him more than I think, or more than but I think Ross Barkley needs to go.
Because a lot of people have been talking about Ziyech's arrival and how it might threaten Christian Pulisic, which it might do. I would have thought he's more of a threat to the likes of Barkley and Kovacic.
Well, in the midfield, yeah, but I think his tendency to go is to almost go a little bit further, right? He's almost like that player that's kind of inverts inside, brings the ball on his left foot, delivers the cross, goes across the penalty area. So I think he's got
arguably what these two can't do.
Right. So as you said, Ross would be a surplus.
You're happy to go. Longest serving player, Azpilicueta.
If, depending on the transfer market, we all know they need a left fullback desperately, right? You see the emergence of Reece James, and I think he will get better, but they're still thin in there. If Azpilicueta wants to stay with Chelsea, loves the club, he's been there, as you've mentioned, for such a long time, and if he understands that it may mean now that for the first time he's going to play less and less, and he buys into that role, absolutely zero doubt that I would keep him and
see if he'll fit. See if we can tap him on somewhere.
He's
here, down there.
Somewhere here, but he's definitely a keeper.
Absolutely. Okay, so and he's still only 30 as well. So we've got 6 keepers and 4 got rid of. That's pretty good business. Hire you as sporting director any day.
Yep.
Happy with it?
I'm up for it. Yeah, I'm okay with it. We'll see what the fans are happy with it. I can't wait. Don't at me.
Let us know in the comments below though what you think of Janusz's picks, and I'll send you his Twitter handle.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.